got a date tonight.
I've got a date tonight.
If he takes me to Nando's tonight, this isn't going to work out.
First date, it's a tricky one, isn't it? I mean, pub or grub. Nothing too fancy, of course, because then she'd expect it every time. I'm thinking Nando's.
The last time I went to Nando's, it didn't agree with me at all. Peri peri, shitty more like. Everywhere. So embarrassing. No wonder little Ryan didn't want to see me again.
Nando's is the food of love. It's the middle ground, you know. It says, yeah, I can be informal and I like chicken as much as the next man does, but I'm above KFC and they're slightly intimidating if, admittedly, overworked and underpaid staff.
I don't know what it was about Nando's.
I don't know what it is about Nando's.
It just doesn't agree with me.
It just feels right, doesn't it? And you can judge the tempo of the meal, which is tricky elsewhere.
He seemed nice in that one fleeting meeting before. I don't think he's the Nando's type.
The last time I took a girl out for dinner, 2014 this was, it was an Italian restaurant.
Saying that, he did seem a bit odd at times. We've only actually met for 3 minutes.
And they take ages to serve you in these fancy restaurants, don't they? What is this mentality of asking you for your choice of drinks, saying, I'll just leave it a little longer for you to decide what you're having to eat, and then walking away again? We've been sat here for nearly 5 minutes. The conversation is hardly pouring out of our mouths. We've both scanned the menu 7 times. The last thing we need is a little longer.
And we met in a lift. Do people still meet in lifts?
And then when you eventually get the food, 13 minutes of awkward silence later, it takes so long to eat. You know, spaghetti is going to be messy. That's the deal. You're fine with that. But it's a date. You can't be a messy boy on a first date. So you have to eat with so much caution. And whilst you're focusing on the food, the love is just drifting away.
And he's got quite a creepy face.
I mean, not there was any love with 2014 girl anyway. We knew that from the start. But because of the restaurant, we had to stretch it for nearly an hour and a half. With Nando's, if it's not going well, the food is really gulpable. You can be in and out within 15 minutes. But if it's going well, the drinks are refillable, so you can stay as long as you like.
But I guess he can't help having a creepy face. He was just born with it, I suppose.
Shit, I just remembered. Nando's is closed for the week for refurbishment. Maybe I could delay the date?
There was a kindness in his eyes. Or was it a creepy glare?
No, Jeremy, this is your first date in 2.5 years. Don't delay it by yet another week, because that's what happened last time, and weeks turn into months, and then suddenly it's years. Just find another chicken establishment.
I've been out with many a man over the years who has a kind face, and they've all turned out to be utter bastards. Maybe it's better if I go out with a creepy-looking guy, because at least then I know he's not hiding anything.
God, it's been so long I've forgotten what women's body parts look like. I assume they still have them. Man, that sounds daft, but 2 years is such a long time. I just don't know anymore.
And he was weirdly comforting in my brief moment of panic. No, I'm sure it's fine. Stop over-analysing it, Susan.
What if I'm scared? What if I'm scared when I see her lady bits? What if I just run away screaming or crying? Or what if I throw up on them? I don't know how I'll react. It might just cause me to have stomach spasms.
He gave me a hug. He was a complete stranger and he gave me a hug. Before apologising because he felt it went too far.
I mean, not that I'll see him tonight, of course. It's a first date. No, of course not. If you see them on a first date, well, the chances are many men have seen them on a first date too, and it's just no longer special. I hope she's not that sort of girl who just gets everything out after what potentially could be an hour and a half of just getting to know each other over a mediocre Italian meal.
Well, that's cute, yeah? Gives you a hug because you're scared, but then is worried that it could lead to a court case. Is that cute? Or is he putting on the naivety to lull me into a false sense of security?
Well, put it this way. Even if she does get her bits out tonight, she ain't seeing mine.
Andy replies to his messages too quickly. Far too quickly. I'm sat on the toilet, Jeremy. I've sent you a quick message. I don't want to start a whole conversation. I don't have time for this. It's not like I've just had a Nando's or something. I like to take my time to respond calmly. His words are just in my face every time I check my phone.
I mean, not that I'm actually assuming that I ever will see her bits, of course. In fact, let's just assume that I won't. Just some of my hopes aren't built up like last time and the time before that.
He just seems too anxious. All of the time. So many exclamation marks. It's like he's bounding for joy every 4 or 5 words. It's like having a text conversation with a puppy.
And the time before that, and the time before that. No. I'm a lady bits free zone. None of that nonsense here. No. I'm too old for this sort of thing.
But maybe that's actually cute. Maybe. I've always wanted a puppy and boyfriends have always been crap to me, so maybe this slightly bizarre, lanky poodle of a man is the ideal middle ground.
Gosh, Jeremy, it's only the first date. Calm the shitting hell down.
Don't be so stupid, Susan. He's not a dog, and if he was, you couldn't date him as there's laws against that sort of thing. No, he's just a nice, slightly awkward man. And it's only a date. It doesn't have to go further than this. It's just a date.
Is it actually a date?
Is it actually a date?
It must be a date.
I think we said it was a date.
Great stuff. I can meet you in town by the park at 8 p.m.
Yes, sounds good to me.
See you then.
Yep, see you then.
Looking forward to it.
Me too.
How exciting.
Of course, I'm excited as well.
Brilliant stuff.
Yep,
Cool beans.
yep.
God, he's always trying to have the last word.
He always has to have the last word. I find that quite annoying.
No, it's definitely a date. We're meeting at the park.
The park is very first date.
Oh my God, it's actually a date tonight, isn't it?
It's a date. I'm going on a date.
I've not been on a date for 2.5 years.
I've not been on a date in nearly a fortnight.
It'll be fine. Of course it will be.
Why am I so worried about this one? I do dates all the time.
But what if she actually ends up being my one? What if this is the first date with the woman that I'm going to be spending the rest of my life with? Imagine that, Jeremy. Just imagine that.
When I was younger, I always looked up to tall men. I mean, literally, of course, but also I could always imagine myself with a tall man. And he's a tall man.
Don't propose tonight, Jeremy. That will scare her off.
Lots of men are tall, Susan. Calm this right down.
Then again, life is short and we're not getting any younger, so... No, again, Jeremy, don't go in with that tonight. That's for another day. Hopefully with her.
But his arms, they go on for ages. They wrapped around me so much like a lovely fleshy scarf. I felt so safe.
I've got to be honest, I quite like her face.
I can see myself hanging out in those arms again.
And she has lady bits, I imagine, which is always a bonus.
Oh my God, this could be it!
This is probably it.
Hi, Kat. Yeah, I need your help. Yeah, another boy, but this one seems different somehow. Awkward, but gentle with it. The problem is, I just don't find him that sexy, if I'm being totally honest. But there is something quite different about him.
Could wear my Spurs shirt? Yeah, why not? It's retro, it's classy.
Oh, I barely know the guy. I met him once in a lift. But you know how little Ryan was... Well, he was a problem boyfriend, shall we say? Well, from what I can tell, this guy is going to be the opposite of that. Little Ryan was cool, sexy, calm. This guy's basically Peter Crouch, and Peter Crouch is not cool, sexy, calm. But there's something about him that seems so independent somehow. Bit of a grown-up, not a boy.
Hi, Mum. Yep, it's tonight. She's amazing, I think. From what I know about her.
His arms are just so long. I really like that in a man.
You know, bit dumpy, but that's my type.
I'm just a bit lost by it all, Kat. I just can't work him out. I'm worried that if I wear my, seductive clothing, it'll scare him off. But I don't want to be dowdy. That'll put him off. I just don't know what to wear and the date's in an hour.
Don't wear the Spurs shirt. Oh, come on, Mother. It's the retro shirt from the FA Cup winning team from 1982.
Buy a new outfit? From where at this time of night? Oh, fat lot of good you are.
Look, Mother, I'm 36. I'll do what I want, thank you.
I'll attempt the girl next door look. But what is the girl next door supposed to look like? I've never understood that. I mean, my neighbour's utterly hideous. Oh, we're seeing each other in 40 minutes. Of course he's looking forward to seeing me. Goes without saying, doesn't it? Everyone gets excited before a date. Why does he have to message me again to say it? I'm not going to reply. I'm not going to jump to his every word. No, I'm not going to do it. No. If we're actually going to date beyond tonight, we need to set a limit on the amount of messages he sends me an hour. Doesn't he know I'm busy? I'm busy trying to look beautiful for him and... What the hell am I going to wear?
Fine, I'll probably just wear an actual proper shirt tonight then.
I'll wear the black top. It's always the black top for these things. It's safe, isn't it? And black makes you look slimmer. Not that I want to fool him or anything, and, there's every chance that at some point I will put on weight, and I don't want him to run away as soon as that happens.
You see, the danger of wearing a shirt is that she'll probably expect this every time, and I only own 3 shirts. I'm a t-shirt kind of guy, you know what I mean? Stripy t-shirts, £4 from Primark. That's all a man needs, isn't it?
I'll wear white on the second date. That's what I'll do. If we get that far, of course, once he's stopped judging me.
Yeah, it'd be fine if we get to a second date, or even a third. I'll have enough shirts for that. But after that, well, she'll just have to accept who I really am.
What if there isn't a second date? What if tonight really is a total disaster?
I guess there won't be a second date anyway. She seems like the type of girl who's going to mess me around.
I've told everyone about this date tonight. I've told my friends, I've told the girls in the office. Oh, fuck, the girls in the office. Oh, they're going to have a field day if tonight's a disaster.
I mean, yeah, there could be a second date, but I'm bound to bugger it up tonight. But everyone deserves a second chance, don't they?
First date. A drink. Possibly a meal. Make sure my feet touch his during the meal and play with my hair lots to indicate that I fancy him, because we all know what that hair thing means.
First date, a drink, possibly a meal. No kissing at the end, be a gentleman. Give her a hug.
Accidentally brush my hand against his knee and then apologise.
Make lots of eye contact on the first date.
Do it again. Upper leg this time. And then giggle, claiming that I'm just so clumsy.
I mean, obviously, not too much eye contact. There's a point where it's just staring.
And when he goes to hug me at the end, lunge in and snog him.
Don't look at her chest. We all know it's there.
Second date. Rest your hand on his knee and get the first kiss of the evening in quickly to establish that's where we're at now.
Second date, a meal, again, to confirm that I'm that kind of guy. Don't tell her it's the first time you've ever had a proper second date. The long-term relationship thing didn't really involve dating, it just happened over the internet. But be confident but not cocky.
Hold his hand. It's gonna have to happen at some point anyway. Might as well crack on with it.
Notice something different about her. The chances are I would have pointed out her nice clothes on the first date, so for the second date, praise her face.
At the end of the date, really snog him. Practically pin him against his car. Let him know, this is it. You're mine now. We're together and it's awesome.
Don't praise her lady bits. I appreciate she may feel insecure about them, so you could argue it's positive to encourage her and all of her womanly components, but then she'll know that you know she's got them, and it's just a minefield from there onwards.
Excite the boy. Eventually let him go, but make him want you even more for date 3.
Peck on the cheek at the end, little peck, but warm, comforting. Let her know that she's safe with me.
3rd date. Just invite him over. Tidy the flat first, of course. Just chill out on the sofa watching endless episodes of How I Met Your Mother.
Date 3, a park or an animal sanctuary. I can't just keep taking her out for dinner. It's a minimum of 40 quid a time.
Snuggle up. Laugh at the same bits he does.
Maybe a daytime date. Yeah, it'd be nice to see her during the daytime.
Initiate sex. Tease him and then eventually have sex.
Yeah, you could grab an ice cream, feed the ducks.
Have sex again, just to make sure it wasn't a fluke.
Get to know her family history. Really build a connection.
4th date.
Hold her hand briefly and then apologise if things are moving too quickly. Long hug at the end, peck on the cheek, but more central this time, about 2/3 of the way in towards her mouth. Text her afterwards saying how much you enjoyed it.
Sex. Lots of sex. Enjoy the thrill of a new partner. We can't get enough of each other.
A zoo, perhaps? And make her giggle a lot.
Be adventurous. See what sort of thing he likes doing.
And then after the zoo, maybe suggest dinner afterwards. Basically, 2 dates, 1 day.
Tell him what you like doing too, while still putting on that sweet, naive voice.
Give her a lift home, right to her doorstep, but leave it there. I'm a gentleman.
Date number 5. Don't go straight to the bedroom this time. It can't all be that. Try to get to know him again over a drink.
Engage in some mildly flirtatious banter over Facebook Messenger.
But then sleep with him again after he's walked you home.
Dates 6 and 7, progress the hand-holding thing. Let your hands fall naturally to hers sometimes, like it's meant to be.
Dates 6 and 7. Make him part of your routine. Stay at his or have him stay at yours, but wake up at the same time. Possibly share a lift to work if it's en route. Maybe the odd lunchtime call.
Date 8, calm down, the hand thing. You're getting too cosy already. Keep it exciting. Suggest a day trip to Alton Towers.
Date 8. Start planning that holiday.
Date 9, the big Alton Towers date. Joke about how old we are when we're walking around with all these youngsters. Feel quite smug and content in each other's company. Don't kiss her just yet, but up the eye contact.
Date 9. Suggest that his workplace is too far out of town, so he should look for something a bit closer, then we can see more of each other.
Don't have a date 10. Let her think there's going to be a date 10, but then make yourself busy and just leave her thinking about you.
Date 10. Introduce him to my friends, not Linda. She's a boyfriend-stealing trollop. Can't risk that happening again, even with this one who's hardly Brad Pitt, but she just can't help herself.
Drop the bombshell. It's time for progress. Suggest that we both, at the same time, remove the word single from our Facebook profiles. Panic a bit and then leave the pub early.
Date 11. Take him round to dinner at Mum and Dad's. Dad will chat to him about football and realise Dad likes him because they're both lads, really. Mum will get slightly overexcited because it must mean something if you're introducing this one to us. And I'll go all girly and blush.
Apologise for the Facebook thing. Let's just slow things down a bit. Go to the park, laugh at a cow who has a grumpy expression. Laugh a lot and enjoy each other's company after I made things a bit weird last week.
Date 12. Give subtle hints that I think his place is a mess and that I don't like staying over there. Then sleep with him to remind him we're a great couple.
Okay, this is it. No pissing around now, Jeremy.
Date 13. Win the pub quiz together. Be seen out as a happy couple. All of our friends are so happy for us.
Date 14. Buy a new shirt. Wear it. Take her to Nando's.
Dates 14 to 19. Short break in Tuscany. At the height of passion, remind him his place is a tip and make him move in with you. Decide what puppy to get and drop subtle hints about engagement rings. Live happily ever after.
And then maybe go for the kiss.
It's so exciting!
Yeah, I think we're definitely on the same page. Future wife, here we come. Once I've worked out what to wear, of course.
Yep, I think we're definitely on the same page. Future husband, here we come. Once I've worked out what to wear.
I just really hope she likes chicken.